I'm back with my review for last night's episode of Love After Lockup. Lindsay and Scott. I'm so glad Lindsay is gone. I cannot stand that woman. I can't stand her head movements and her talk. She swears she is so tough. I cannot stand her. Scott, if I was you, I would move, change your number because she is going to call you and try to sweet talk you into taking care of her again. I feel so sorry for her daughter. Her mother needs to cut off the contact with her, also, I feel, because the little girl is going to keep doing these bids with her mom, and she shouldn't have to. Let that little girl be a little girl. When Lindsay is finally ready to come out, get her act together, and be a good mother, then I would allow her to sometimes visit, and I would be there. I wouldn't let her visit her daughter without any type of supervision because she only cares about herself, and that little girl is going through more hurt than she needs to. Let her be a child and explain to her what you can explain to her as a little girl her age, and she actually probably understands it and will probably thank you for it in the long run, because she does not need to keep doing this prison time with her mother because her mom can't get it together. Where was she going that she needed to have a car? I don't really buy. I mean, that's probably why she got pulled over or whatever, or arrested, but I do believe those drugs were hers. Who else's drugs were they? John, Shane, and Lindsay. Lindsay's never going to leave John alone because she knows that anytime she needs him, he's going to be there. John, I don't know what it's going to take. If she did not call the cops on you the last time, she will. Any woman who bucks at you and like tells you, yeah, do something, I'm going to call the cops on you, she's not lying. She's going to, and she's already put a restraining order against you. What else do you need? Aren't you tired of going to jail? Because it seems like Lindsay is one of your biggest issues. I don't know if you take the drugs to get over her or where drugs come in, but you need to get help with for that, and you need to leave Lindsay alone. Shane is going to be John in a few years, wanting to still be with this woman, and she's going to move on. Well, Lindsay needs a man who is going to not beat her, but a man who is going to be able to control her. And that's the only thing that's going to keep her interest, because obviously this is her fourth child. Any man who does not stand up to her is not going to, she's not interested, or she's interested for the moment, and she's not going to ride it out for the long run. So we'll see. When 5 years, I don't even give it 5 years, they'll be divorced. I will be surprised if they're not. Shantae, Andrea, and Lamar. I think for Lamar to have spent as much time in prison as he did while his oldest daughter Shantae was growing up, and then to come out, and if if it is Andrea who is keeping him away from his daughter, I wouldn't even be mad at Andrea. I still would be mad at my father. Nothing should keep you away from your daughter and your grandchildren. You are not locked up anymore. You live in the same city. It's not okay. And it doesn't make it okay because you're trying to make things, keep things good in your home with your wife. If your wife does not allow you to see your kids or want to be a part of your kid's life, you need to fix it. Or if it can't be fixed, it's just going to have to be a separation between the two. You owe that girl that. You owe her, you owe her kids, and it's just not okay. But I hope that that meeting does bring you guys closer together, and that you and your daughter can now start making memories with you, your daughter, your grandkids, and her younger sister, and Andrea, and the family. Christiana, John, and Tara. John, if you have cheated on every girl that you have been with, you should have known that Tara was going to tell anything that happened between the two of you to her sister. Not because she loves her sister so much, but because she wants what her sister has, which is you, someone who's going to supply her with all her needs financially. And so she's going to do anything she can to come between you two. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't have put her out the first time that she did come on to you, or that you flirted with her, because you knowing that that is your sister's or your wife's sister, you should have ended it there. Whether you were the person who initiated it or her, you obviously know that you two can't be in the house alone with each other, or not even just alone. Your kids live there, the mother lives there. You cannot be around each other anymore. And I don't really think that Christiana is going to get too mad at him for flirting with her sister. I think she's going to still take it out more on her sister, which, I mean, they both, it's, I don't know. I don't know which one of them. John, or yeah, John, you guys weren't around each other enough, even though you had this prison relationship, and then you come out and you get married. He owes you, but not as much as your sister does, to not try to sleep with your husband while you're in jail. I don't know if the marriage that the woman, the cousin that he married of one of his previous girlfriends, was an actual church wedding, but if he doesn't acknowledge the church wedding and stay faithful to that, I don't think his native wedding will be any different. So if it's a good thing that she's getting out of prison when she is, because I'm sure he wouldn't have been able to hold out too much longer. Then when he tells the sister she has to leave, and the mom says, "Can't we get her an efficiency?" Like, yeah, we can. You can pay for it, or she can figure out a way to go get a job and pay for it herself. Like, they're all crazy, because there's no, I would be like, "Ma'am, wait, I mean this with the utmost respect. You have been living here for almost a year, probably rent free, and you expect me to go pay for your daughter to live somewhere else? I'm not her daddy and I'm not her man. Why would I do that?" And when she was just like, "John, like, sorry, I've helped as much as I can. If she don't have no money saved or anything to go provide for herself in these, or been able to save up money for these last 10 months, what do you expect me to do? I can't do anything." And I think that it takes balls to even ask somebody that, especially somebody who let you come stay and didn't even know you. It's some people's balls are jeez. Jackie Marcelino Brittany and Cynthia. I don't know why. Okay, well, I'll start with this. Brittany, like, I think people, when you have an issue, oh, we'll say drugs. Every drug addict does not overcome the way another one has, nor alcohol, or nor with alcoholism or anything, any type of trauma. Even if you guys experience the same thing, you're not the same person. How you get over these things is not going to be the same. So you taking your mother to a woman that you don't know if she is a changed person. Yeah, she may not be doing drugs anymore, but as far as her outlook on life and her daughter, well, you know that she's not changed for the fact that she has not reached out to find you, her granddaughter, who has her great grandkids. If she was a changed person, she would want to meet them. She would want a relationship with them. She would want a relationship with you and apologize for anything that she has done to you in the past. And because you have overcame and now you're able to live drug free, you feel that your mom should do the exact same things that you did. And you don't know that if this how this is going to work with your mom. It could backfire completely because her just seeing her mom could be a very bad thing. And I didn't think that her mom was going to hold herself accountable for what was done, because people like that never do. And I don't always think that it's the drugs. We don't all the time realize that the person that you are is the person who's on drugs, not drugs on like, there are certain things that drug addicts do that they normally wouldn't do if they weren't on drugs, but there's some people that are just shitty, and drugs are not. They were going to be shitty, and I believe that she was that type of person. And for her, but I think that it was very heartless for her to say to her daughter, I didn't put the needle in your arm and I didn't give you the drink. And I would have flipped out and I would have said, but you didn't take the needle away and you didn't take the drink away, nor did you take the men away that were slipping into my bedroom while you were high. And you did know. I don't know if I wasn't strong enough to go there, or, I was scared and nervous to go there. I think once I got there and she would have said that to me, I probably would have went ape shit. If I don't, because at that point in time, like, you don't even, yeah, it's your mother, but sometimes you don't even think of it as that. Like, you weren't a good woman to me, you weren't a mother to me, so you do develop different type of feelings. You still love them, but it's not that you're just a mother by title, and yeah, you gave life to me, but you were not the definition of a mother, a good mother anyway. So I do feel sorry for her, and I do hope that this doesn't cause her to disappear and go on a binge. Chevelle and Quaylin. I am secretly rooting for them too. I am happy that he proposed to her. I just think that it was like, I think it was the wrong time, because I think that was, I don't think that that's what you should have used to, like, get her back. I think you should have, like, I think, well, actually, she should have made you prove yourself a little bit more, other than a ring, that you were a changed man. Yeah, you coming to look for me is all good, but I don't know that you could need money. You could need me for something, and maybe that's why you came and looked for me. That's what I would think anyway, probably. But I don't I don't know why we as women feel like the ring is the actual commitment. If this person does not commit to you before the ring, I don't that ring does not it's not going to make him change his mind or make him be a different type of person. Now, maybe he did realize that he really wants to be with her. And I hope that this time he does realize not only are you playing with her feelings, but there is a little girl involved. And if you're going, I mean, it's not okay to hurt Chevelle, but it's really not okay to hurt this little girl. And if you weren't going to be all in, then you needed to stay away. I hope that his, you're out of jail, you can be with who you want to be with. And I've spent so much time in jail. I spent my youth in jail that, I didn't get to be out in the streets and do what I want to do. Attitude and mindset is gone. Hopefully, he got it out of his system the time that they were apart. And that he really sees that, she is a good woman. And if she's not the right woman for him, that he tells her, and it doesn't come out in a text, not a text to her finding another text to another woman. But I think if I was her, I would make him really admit to me what really happened, because his story doesn't add up at all. Like, you're sending eggplant, or she's sending eggplant emojis to you. How would she know? And why would she ask, for some more of that good deed if you never had sex with her, or even if you never even seen her in person? Doesn't really make any sense to me. And if he wasn't able to actually really tell me as much, I mean, I'm sure it would hurt, and you really wouldn't want to know, but you really need to know. Because if he's not going to tell you the truth on that, I don't think that he's going to tell you the truth on a lot of things. And I don't know, we'll just have to watch. I am rooting for them, though. I do like them together. Hopefully he's grown up. But I will be back next week.